they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Chicago Bears. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, LA. 24. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7. Bears nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for
each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Shaq Lawson.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Eventually lining up for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a 2nd and 7. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. A first update now from Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Max Crosby. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
20, Bears 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
That's good.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 36.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They run the counter now on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert, and that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bears will get the football back.
Turnover on downs.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, D.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 43-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 15, right here. 56. Watch the screen.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's taken in by Henderson. They'll call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Back to you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Launching one for Henderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and it's third down.
And 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
56 from Mark, 56. Check 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Intended for number 80.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bears take over.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is awfully oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run the toss with Henderson. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Check 15, check 15. Begin.
Flush to his right. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete. A lot lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
56 to Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Not much there, only a yard. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarter?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He was taken down
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
brings up fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On play action, they'll throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Carried by number 20.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Bears' 22-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now they try the right side here. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 30-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite,